CNBC Young Turks. Starting MouthShut.com at a time when dotcoms were going bust, Faisal Farooqui took a risk moving away from the family bakery business. But with a profitable business model, he's got his detractors to keep their mouths shut.
If you love to voice your opinion, you could do with keeping your mouth shut. Sounds like a paradox? Well, MouthShut.com is the brainchild of Faisal Farooqui. It's a portal which encourages consumers to voice their views, a person-to-person information exchange, or rather a euphemistic way to describe a site where reviews are posted and can be read by all. It has managed to become a profitable venture in less than 5 years.
To begin with, why the name MouthShut.com when it is obviously encouraging customers to talk?
Well, there are two kinds of answers to that. One obviously is the philosophical answer, and one is the pragmatic answer to that. The philosophical answer is traditionally consumers in India for the longest time have been asked to keep their mouths shut. They've never been able to express their opinions, they've never been able to express their feedback about products and services. Manufacturers and advertisers have always dominated.
Handed them down.
Exactly, exactly. So it's now a rhetorical declaration that consumers are now going to speak, you keep your mouth shut, which is the manufacturers, service providers. The pragmatic answer is obviously there were a lot of dot-coms that were competing for your attention. And we thought that we should have an easy name, easy to recall. There's no two-way to spell about mouth shut. You know, you cannot spell mouth shut in any other form than mouth shut. Everybody's comfortable with the way you spell mouth shut. It's easy to recall, as I said.
But you know, you obviously would have learned from the mistakes of the other dot-coms. What was the first learning that you saw when you saw all the other dot-coms going bust?
That's a very good question. I think when we first started, we realized that as a dot-com, our core, our hub, our central space would be the technology. And we always wanted to build a solid technology, a technology that is scalable, that can handle millions of people on our website. We always wanted to have a scalable technology, and for that reason, we maintain technology in-house. Apparently, or I should say unfortunately, a lot of dot-coms that started around the same time that we did outsourced their technology to third parties. And I think that was a very big mistake.
And concentrated more on?
Concentrated more on marketing and brand building. Initially, we realized that brand building and marketing can take time, and it is a time-consuming.
You had some interesting marketing initiatives. I mean, you used to have the back of rickshaws having MouthShut.com.
We always wanted to come out. We always wanted to come out with innovative marketing ideas because, because we didn't have really a whole lot of money to spend on traditional market, to go with something that will strike a chord with our market audience, the target market that we were looking, which is anybody in the country who had access to the internet. And we realized that rickshaw advertising, which was pioneered by us, was a great way to reach out to the common people across the country. In every city you have rickshaws, and we used this medium. It was never explored before. You know, we ventured out.
So how does the business model work? I mean, from the time you started it in 2001 to now, you've obviously expanded your revenue stream. So what are the different revenue streams for MouthShut?
When we started, we saw a lot of dot-coms that were collapsing and going down. Obviously, they had some good revenue models, but they were not executed very well. We learned from their mistakes. One of the reasons why we didn't go out for full-blown brand building exercise from day one is because we wanted to conserve on the cash that we had. We factored that online advertising, which was the basis of all the dot-coms, or most dot-coms in the country,
wasn't really
working. So, and we were aware of this when we started MouthShut. So we had never factored online advertising as a revenue model, at least for the first few years, in MouthShut.com's revenue stream.
Not in direct competition with traditional market research, Faisal believes MouthShut.com is a lot more consumer relevant. like the time he accessed his site to decide which mobile phone to buy. Not taking the subscription model, Faisal has developed a 5-stream revenue model for MouthShut. This includes a fee for sharing feedback with manufacturers, to providing software that allows marketers to receive and organize feedback directly on their company website.
MouthShut primarily works on trust. MouthShut believes that everybody on the internet can be trusted. People by nature are good. That's the whole basis on which MouthShut works. Now, the execution part is consumers write reviews, and they would like to post their feedback, which in turn helps other consumers before they decide.
Which you moderate, right?
We don't moderate. We don't moderate at all because we don't have the expertise. MouthShut provides reviews on more than 67,000 products and services. It's impossible for us to have expertise on 67,000 products and services.
No, you moderate the language and...
We have some automatic filters and content filters built in. See, it's all about consumer empowerment. MouthShut believes that consumers can help other consumers decide on what is good, what is bad, because that's what's happening in real life. MouthShut says, come on to MouthShut, find out what other consumers are saying about a car that you're looking to buy, or compare all the cars that fit within your budget and see what people are saying and make your purchase decision.
So how would you compare with a traditional market research firm? I mean, you're all trying to get a piece of the consumer's mind.
We're not replacing any business. All we're doing is we're making consumers more aware that there exists a platform where you can express your opinions on products and services. The traditional way of market research has been pencil and paper and feedback for all the corporates once a year. The new way of research is going onto MouthShut.com and reading what your consumers are saying about your product. So we're not replacing, but we're providing an alternative and a faster alternative.
Have you at any point thought of selling out?
We haven't. To be very honest, we haven't. We're quite
But I'm
content.
sure you've been approached.
We've been approached by some very big names. 2 of them we're still talking to. They've expressed interest in acquiring MouthShut.com. Traditionally, I would say that yes, for the right amount, we will make an exit. But we also have another concern. We're looking more for a partner than just somebody who will acquire us. We're looking for a partner who will treat consumers as the king, just like we have pampered the customer on MouthShut.com.
How big is MouthShut currently in terms of the company size, employee strength, as well as
We started with
turnover?
3 people. We started with 3 people, and we are profitable. We have.
You won't give figures.
we are profitable. I can tell you, we are more than profitable, and we're meeting our business plan and the revenue stream that we had forecasted. Everything is moving as per our expectations. We're quite comfortable with it. There's no immediate need for us to go out and make an exit or sell out.
Tell me, what do you do in your free time? I know you have 3 kids, so your personal life keeps you busy.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love to mentor people, especially people who have a dream and desire to have a career, are passionate about doing something, but they don't know how to go about it. College kids, fresh out of college, who I feel have a lot of potential. Other than that, I do some guest lecturing, etc., for concepts that I really believe in. One of the concepts that I really believe in it and I live by it is the customer is the king. And I go out, talk to companies on how to effectively implement this concept and not just make it a mere word, but actually implement it in real life.
Faisal comes from a typical well-to-do business household, but he was put through the business plan presentation route before his extended family when he chose to move away from the family bakery business. It was only then that they gave the go-ahead for MouthShut. Offices in the US and UAE means that Faisal is a frequent flyer, but when off work, chill-out time is at home with his 3 kids.
Well, why don't you get onto MouthShut.com and do a review of Faisal Farooqui and this interview? We'll take a short break, but when we come back, we'll find out more about our young Turks. Welcome back to Young Turks. It's that time of the show when we put the same set of questions to both our Young Turks to see how similar or different they are. Take a look.
Enjoy what you do.
I think hard work.
Live life king size.
Success is 99% perseverance and 1% intelligence.
My perseverance.
Having achieved what you sincerely believed in.
Empowerment.
Money is a byproduct for me.
That's it then on this edition of Young Turks. Write to us, youngturks@tv18online.com. That's our email address. Send us your questions, comments, queries, suggestions. We always like to hear from you. Also, if you've got any other interesting personalities in mind and you think they'd fit on the show, send us their profile and we'll see what we can do about them. Catch us again, same time, same place next week as we continue to unravel some interesting success stories for you. Till then, from all of us here on the Young Turks team, thanks very much indeed for watching. Goodbye.